Hey everyone, it's Mega Champ again. Hey look, you don't have to look at that previous number anymore. Well, whatever, I guess. But hey, at least my personal end of the year stuff and awards and all that fun stuff is finally over. I'm finally done with my personal anime of the year and my personal game of the year. Go watch those videos. I'm not going to recap the whole things again, but once again, some final congratulations to my personal anime of the year 2023, My Hero Academia Season 6, and my personal game of the year 2023, Nier Replicant for PlayStation 4. So with that out of the way, it's finally time to talk about next year. In other words, 2024. And so this is basically what I am looking forward to in 2024. In other words, my most anticipated for 2024. Luckily, with this particular thing, it's not really a whole lot. It's only 3 things. Technically, it's only 3 things. It's just my most anticipated anime, my most anticipated game, and my most anticipated game that I will actually play because of how bad my backlog is. Big oof, big rip. So that's basically it. I probably will talk about some other things that I'm looking forward to other than the one that obviously is my most anticipated, though there's not really a whole lot to say, and at least not right now that I know of, and there's not really a whole lot known about 2024 right now because it's only December of 2023, obviously, so there's not really a whole lot known, especially when it comes to games, because there aren't really a lot of games that I'm looking forward to in 2024. Big oof, big rip. I mean, eventually and inevitably, some more games are going to be announced and revealed and stuff like that that potentially come out in 2024 that I will be looking forward to. Whether I actually will play it myself is a completely different situation entirely. I mean, my backlog, as I have stated before, is like 2 years, a little over a year and a half behind, so extremely unlikely, but that's kind of why there's 2 sort of things for most anticipated game, like a most anticipated game that's coming out, and then a most anticipated game that I might actually play. So enough of that, enough nonsense. I'm sure you've gotten enough of that already. So, this is my personal most anticipated for 2024. You can create your own list as per normal, as always. And also, as always, opinions are mine and mine alone. Everyone's allowed to have their own opinion. You're allowed to have your own opinion, so I am allowed to have my opinion. So, we're gonna pretty much kind of do the same thing that I did for my personal end of the year list. So what that basically means is that we're going to talk about anime first. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. Pokemon Horizons was going to be my most anticipated anime for 2024. I'm not even joking, and I'm not even lying to you right now. But because of the fact that I technically started watching it this year, it just couldn't be my most anticipated anime for 2024 because it's still 2023 and I started watching it this month, so it couldn't be my most anticipated anime for 2024. And I've literally only seen 3 episodes, and my god, man, my god, only 3 episodes in and it's this goddamn good. So, big rip and big oof to the Pokemon franchise for not winning something that's not some sort of game or something like that. There's kind of a hint for you. Because it was honestly going to be my most anticipated anime for 2024, but that can't be the case, unfortunately, and that pretty much only leaves one choice. And nobody will be surprised. Well, I'm not surprised. Maybe there will be people who are surprised, but my most anticipated anime for 2024, did you really expect it to be anything? No, it's not Bleach. It's not Bleach. It's Shaman King Flowers. Nice twist there. Although this might not really be to anyone's surprise either. I don't care. I really don't. I don't care what anyone else says or what anyone else thinks. I liked the Shaman King reboot anime. Was it rushed? I mean, sure, you could make that argument, and I definitely can see that, and I definitely understand it, but I still loved the hell out of it. I'm sorry, I just did. Maybe I'm a little biased when it comes to Shaman King. I'm not going to read the manga, I can tell you that much, because I can't seem to get myself to read anything anymore, so it always feels like I have to force myself, and I don't like to force myself to do anything because then you're not enjoying it, and then what is the point? That's kind of not the point in this particular case, but there's a sort of side tangent for you. Not that you wanted a side tangent, but yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. I don't know if it'll be better or worse. I mean, there are probably going to be people who say, well, it can't be worse than that Shaman King reboot anime, and yeah, I suppose you're not wrong, but anything is unfortunately technically possible, but I'm sorry, I liked the Shaman King reboot anime, and since Pokemon Horizons can't be my most anticipated anime for 2024, other than, like, something like Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War, which, you know, we all know that's gonna be great, so it doesn't really need to win most anticipated anime. Other than that one, this is definitely the only other choice, and really was the only other choice. Now, obviously, there are other animes that I'm looking forward to that are coming out in 2024. Some of them are like actual animated movies, anime movies, films, whatever you want to refer to them as, but other than Shaman King Flowers, there's the usual suspects. Actually, before I talk about the other ones, talk about those actually, don't ask me, like seriously, do not ask me about Eden Zero Season 2. I wish I knew. Trust me, I do. I wish I knew what the hell is going on with Eden Zero Season 2. I don't. And every time I try to ask on the official Crunchyroll Discord, all I get is excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse, and I could continue on like that, on and on and on. So I have no idea what's going on with Eden Zero Season 2. Maybe it'll come out in 2024. Right now it's starting to seem like that English dub is never going to happen, so I have no idea what I'm going to do in that regard. Excuse me, sorry. But, I guess it's just going to have to be a wait-and-see situation. I have no idea what's going on with it. Maybe the English dub will finally come out, maybe it won't. I don't know. Trust me, I wish I did. So other than that unknown situation, there's obviously the usual suspects, like Bleach Thousand Year Blood War Part 3. Come on, you didn't didn't really think I wouldn't mention that, did you? And of course, new seasons of other animes like Mashal Season 2 and Reborn as a Vending Machine, I Now Wander the Dungeon Season 2. Apparently there's, and I just learned about this recently because the news just dropped recently, not that long ago, but there's apparently going to be another Code Geass movie. Okay, sure, why not? That 6-episode Code Geass thing I watched was actually shockingly really good. I mean, we shouldn't make any assumptions, obviously, but time will tell. We will see. Let's just hope for the best. And expect the worst, I suppose. Again, only time will tell. It looks like they're going to pull a Demon Slayer with Chainsaw Man, because they're making a Chainsaw Man anime movie that's the next arc. So basically they're kind of pulling a Mugen Train for Chainsaw Man, where the next arc is just going to be an anime movie. It is what it is. Obviously, I would have preferred a season 2 or another season, but you take what you can get, and Chainsaw Man is going to be great no matter what, so there's that. Of course, more Pokemon Horizons. I am loving what I have watched so far, and I have literally only watched 3 episodes, so I'm looking forward to more of that. Spice and Wolf is getting a reboot anime, kind of similar to what Fruit Basket got. I mean, a lot of anime seems to be getting a reboot. Rurouni Kenshin is an ongoing reboot. So Spice and Wolf is getting a reboot, and yes, I'm looking forward to it. I never watched the original. It was in my backlog and technically still is, and I technically still own the DVD of it. I guess I might as well wait for the reboot at this point. Maybe it'll cover more, because I guess the original skipped an arc or something like that, so hopefully that won't happen, but who knows again. Obviously other seasons, like Demon Slayer Season 4, Hashira training arc, is I believe what it's called. I had to think for a minute, sorry. I believe that's what the arc is called. Hashira training arc, or something like that. Demon Slayer Season 4, that's the easier way to say it. There may be other seasons, of course, the next core of the Nier Automata anime. Hopefully it won't take a whole goddamn year for it to be done this time. One can only hope. I don't know if My Hero Academia Season 7 is going to happen in 2024 or not. It might not. I swear I heard something about another My Hero Academia movie, and when they do a movie, it's always this situation where it kind of prevents the season from happening, so it could be a situation where we don't get My Hero Academia Season 7, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, since Season 6 won my personal anime of the year, so I don't know what's going on with that. I guess either it'll happen or it won't. If it does, then yes, I am definitely looking forward to more My Hero Academia, especially after what happened in Season 6, and from what I've heard, it doesn't stop, so it just gets better, and that's just fantastic to hear. Of course, the next Dr. Stone anime, which is apparently the final season, which apparently has a lot to cover. God, I hope they don't skip stuff, because I'm not reading the manga, I can tell you that much. I guess what will happen. So it's another sort of wait-and-see situation. And that's pretty much it as far as I can think of and as far as I'm aware. There may be other animes that I'm forgetting, and there probably are, in all likelihood, but those are the most notable and animes that I can think of right now that I'm definitely looking forward to. There's no guarantee that Dr. Stone, the final season, will happen in 2024. I mean, I would hope that the final sort of movie, or the rest of Attack on Titan final season, the final chapters will come out English dubbed. Again, who knows? But other than that, there's not really anything else that I can think of offhand. I don't know if I'm going to watch any other isekai animes. I might, or I might not. It sort of depends, honestly. If there's something that's unbelievably unique, or something that I hear a lot about, then yeah, I'll watch it, because I never obviously anticipated that I would watch Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts, or, you know, Reborn as a Vending Machine, I Now Wander the Dungeon. Those were not two animes that I definitely saw coming. But that's a good thing, honestly, when you hear a lot about an anime that you weren't anticipating, and then you end up watching it because you end up hearing a lot about it. So I'm sure that might happen again. Maybe it will, maybe I won't, maybe it won't. And I have no idea when it comes to Digimon Ghost game. I mean, maybe the English dub will come out, but I have no idea. If it does, great. If it doesn't, oh well. There's another issue with Digimon going on right now that I'm gonna have to pretty much completely abandon, clearly. But it is what it is, I suppose, so nothing else I can really do. But, you know, rip, I suppose. But yeah, lots of good animes to look forward to. Hopefully there'll be some other stuff to watch, and I mean, there are a lot of animes, and maybe almost as bad as my gaming backlog, if not worse, in terms of animes that I still haven't watched yet. Steins Gate! Yes, I still haven't watched that. If I can actually watch animes in my backlog, well, we'll see. Only time will tell. There are people who still want me to watch the Digimon Apply Monsters anime, and that's English subbed only. Yeah, I can't make any promises. But yeah, lots of good animes to look forward to. So obviously next up is my most anticipated game. For this particular one, it's just a game that's coming out in 2024 that I'm looking forward to, not necessarily one that I will actually play because, again, massive backlog that's almost 2 years behind at this point. This is literally no surprise. You can see this coming. You know what it is. Come on, say it with me. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Again, did you really expect it to be anything else? Now, they did put out a demo for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Will they put out a demo for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? Extremely unlikely. I would take one, don't get me wrong. I would take one gladly, but it's extremely unlikely, I feel like. Although, who knows? All kinds of possibilities at the end of the day, but, the problem with this is it comes out in February, which is only the second month of the year. And I like to have something to look forward to that's deep in the year, like, you know, June or July or late in a year, like September or October or stuff like that. So I'm not really going to sit here and pretend or act like, you know, this is the greatest option for my most anticipated game, but it really was the only option because there really was nothing else, and there really is nothing else that I'm looking forward to next year. I mean, yes, I'm looking forward to stuff like Persona 3 Reload and the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney trilogy. Other than that, there's not really a lot of other games that I'm aware of right now that I'm looking forward to because nothing has really piqued my interest so far. I mean, again, the argument is going to be, well, at least this way you can get through your backlog. Yeah, no shit. Seriously, but, and that should be a good thing, but I don't know, I guess I'm just the type of person who likes to have something to look forward to, even if I don't necessarily play it for a couple of years, but yeah, this is my most anticipated game. Looks fan-freaking-tastic. It's going to have practically twice as much content as Final Fantasy VII Remake did, which means, unlike with Final Fantasy VII Remake, I'm probably going to spend 100 freaking hours in this game. That sounds bad, but I'm telling you, it's not. It's fantastic, and I love it. Yes, give me all the 100-hour goodness. Nothing else to really say. I wish there was something else I could say about a most anticipated game. It depends on if the Team Asobi game is a full-fledged Astrobot game and it comes out in 2024. And it depends on if Final Fantasy IX Remake is revealed and it comes out in 2024. Both of those extremely unlikely. I mean, eventually I was going to get a year that was incredibly slow. It was inevitable, and maybe it'll be 2024. I thought that was the case last year as well, but then it picked up in the second half of the year after Final Fantasy XVI came out. So this could be a sort of deja vu or repeat situation and scenario. So again, who knows? Only time will tell. I have no idea. We'll see. But just not really a whole lot that I'm aware of right now that I'm looking forward to that is my most anticipated, other than Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So, and finally, the other one, which is the most anticipated game that I will actually play, hopefully. I mean, I cut it pretty close this year because last year my most anticipated game that I will actually play was Neo The World Ends With You, The World Ends With You 2, and I just barely got around to it a couple of months ago, so I have no idea at the end of the day, but hopefully this is the case, and hopefully will be the case. And guess what, Pokemon and Pokemon fans who for some reason hate me for telling the truth, even though you don't want to hear it, even though it's the goddamn truth. My most anticipated game that I'll actually play is Pokemon Legends Arceus. Because I've heard nothing but good things about this game. That's literally the reason. That's why this is my most anticipated game that I will actually hopefully play. Because I've heard it's really fun and really great and just great all around, and probably the best Pokemon game that's come out within the last couple of years, depending on who you ask, even though it's nothing but whiny complaints. But the point is, this is definitely the game that I'm looking forward to the most that's upcoming in my backlog that I will actually play. I mean, in terms of other games, obviously the ones that I'm playing and am about to play, which, you know, Life is Strange True Colors is coming up. Life is Strange games are pretty good. Don't know how good that one is, but I guess I'm about to find out. Tales of Arise is definitely coming up in my backlog, and it has DLC now. Oh, goody. So I'll be playing that for 100 hours. God, I hope not, but that's probably likely, unfortunately. So Tales of Arise is definitely a game that I'm looking forward to playing, hopefully. Other of the games that are coming up in my backlog, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. I want to see if it's as bad as everyone claims. I'll let you know. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, it's upcoming in my backlog. So I'll finally be able to play that, hopefully. Of course, Pokemon Legends Arceus. I might be able to play the Sly Cooper games. Those were games that I bought. And yes, I know what someone's going to say. Someone's going to say, but Mega, what about Digimon Survive? There are a lot of things I could say about Digimon right now, but I'm going to not do that because clearly it's not going to do any good. But, look, I want to be able to play Digimon Survive in 2024. I really, really do. You have no idea how badly I hope I can actually get to that game. But I cannot sit here and confidently say, yes, I am going to play Digimon Survive in 2024. That would be a bold-faced lie. And despite what clearly everyone thinks, I don't want to look like a hypocrite. So I can't sit here and confidently say that I'm going to play Digimon Survive in 2024. Do I hope I play it? Do I hope I get around to playing it? Yes, of course I do. I absolutely do. If it actually happens or not, I don't know. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 came out literally the same day. I'm gonna play Digimon Survive first because it's literally the shorter game, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is definitely gonna be a 100 to possibly even 200 hour game for me. Good God, man. But, so Digimon Survive is the shorter game, so obviously I'm gonna play that first. But if I get to it, great, but I'm not going to sit here and say that I will get to it because I'm not confident in that in the slightest. So that's why Pokemon Legends Arceus is my most anticipated game that I will actually hopefully play. So, there you go. Lots of stuff to look forward to in 2024. Maybe not so much in terms of games coming out, though that could change in the second half of next year, kind of like what happened in 2023. But we'll see what happens at the end of the day. But there's definitely a lot to look forward to in terms of what I am anticipating for 2024. So once again, my most anticipated anime is Shaman King Flowers. My most anticipated game is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And my most anticipated game that I will hopefully and actually play is Pokemon Legends Arceus. So, at least I can fucking play Pokemon. Anyway, that's all I got before I start shooting. You have no idea how tempted I am. But, yeah, that's all I got for you. This is my most anticipated for 2024. Again, you can make your own list if you want. We're pretty much done. Christmas Eve. This is probably going to be put out on Christmas Eve, so Christmas Eve and Christmas Day is probably not the best time to be doing stuff. So once that stuff is over, following that before New Year's comes up, I will do my wonderful bold predictions for 2024, because, you know, those just went so well for 2023. We'll see. I had to take one out, and I made that decision today, so, because clearly there was no choice. But that's not really what I'm going to talk about. That I will save my bold predictions for next time, for my final thing that I will do for my final end of the year stuff. So until then, this is Mega Champ saying next time I'll be providing you with more unlimited guidance with my bold predictions for 2024. Will they go better than my bold predictions for 2023? Who knows? Let's just assume the answer is no. Bye.